Go. Wait for the intro. Wait for it. This is where you break through the wall. You come crashing in.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. That was it. That's it.
That's the Kool-Aid guy.
There we go. That's the Kool-Aid guy. Hey, everybody, it's the Spaniard here, keeping it tight from BlackSheep Bravo. Today, you are witness. This is a history in making. Today is the first day of Monday Motivation with Ogre. And Ogre, go ahead and tell the world what you're all about.
Me? About 265 pounds. That is hilarious. Yeah, I know. Well, let's see. I'm Ogre, real name Sean. Me and Tony are old pals. We go way back. He called me up. Old pals. Called me up about 4 or 5 months ago and said, hey, I'm thinking of doing this podcast thing, getting my podcast back on the air. Blah, blah, blah. He liked my insane ramblings on Facebook and asked me along. And I said, sure, what the hell? I got nothing else going on. So, here we are. Started up with the crew. My thing is I like to pretend that I'm middle of the road politically, but a lot of people seem to get called libtard a lot on the internet and on Facebook. So take that as you will. Chicago suburbs, born and bred, Cal City, twice divorced, U.S. Navy, 46-year-old, run-of-the-mill, average guy. And that's really what I'm all about. Kind of a nerd.
Damn.
I like nerd stuff.
Wow, that's very
Tony,
impressive.
You're not really into the nerd stuff, are you?
Actually, no, I am. I don't know if you could see the picture behind me. This was a gift. That's actually an old World War II picture, but with X-wing fighters going towards the Death Star. I'll have to post that up. But it's I'm a big Star Wars fan geek. So
well, you hide it well.
I know. Well, no, to kind of show you, I'm a big fan of lightsabers, but I couldn't afford one, so I got my makeshift katana here. See, this is, it's kind of like a lightsaber, but I'm not that cool. But yeah, I like X-Men and Marvel comics and all that good stuff. So yeah, we have a lot in common that you don't even know, And for all those people watching out there, all but two of you. You guys, little known fact, little tidbit here. Me and Ogre used to be what do you call it? When we go to the beach, we would oil up. We would do calendars, back in the day. So that was very, very short lived. But we'll see if anybody believes that. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, what's going on in Ogre's mind tonight? What are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, I was all hyped over the weekend over the government shutdown, but apparently that ended tonight. So.
Oh, yeah.
So much for that. Yeah, they voted that I guess I really wasn't paying much attention. I just got home from work and they ran the vote through, and I don't know. You get the same thing. It's all BS because you get the people on the one side jumping up and down, and then people saying, "Oh, they caved," and people saying, "Oh, the Democrats won. They stuck it to the Republican." I don't know. I don't even think it matters anymore. It's all just for show and. Trying to get somebody to listen to get your vote. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. They kicked the can down the road on DACA and the Dreamers. So we'll see what happens in when's that?
Is that new?
March, I think.
Is that like a hip hop band, Martha and or what's it called? The DACA and the Dreamers.
Nah, I think that's that's like the 5th Zeppelin album or something, isn't
it? DACA. Yeah.
No.
Well, there is that. Like, I didn't even watch the news. After about Friday, I kind of just vegged out and I said, I'm done. I'm done with the news. And, I kind of, I don't know if I'm supposed to even say this. I work for the government. And, for me, it was business as usual. Like, I showed up to work today. So I don't know if I wasn't supposed to or not. But, the show must go on in the eyes of the Spaniard. So what else do we have?
At least the thing that really...
Yeah, I was kind of hoping so, because I just wanted to do around just do nothing all day. But some people would say I do that every day anyway. So what's the difference? But
it's good work if you can get it, I guess.
Fuck yeah, man. I would. But there was no more talk of that Hawaiian Missile crisis or anything else going on. And
that was crazy. I'm sitting. What was that, last Saturday?
Yeah.
Sitting in a greasy spoon, minding my own business. I get a text from ex Mrs. St. John number 2, and both my sons, for you two that are 2 viewers. Are we up to 3 yet? I have 2.
We'll
I have
see.
2.
Come on, callers. Operators are standing by. Just watch.
I have 2 sons that are both in the Navy. One's in Okinawa and one's in Hawaii. And
oh man,
ex-wife number 2 sends me a text out of the blue, just says, "Hey, Zach just sent me a message. Said North Korea launched a missile." And I'm like, "What?" And then you got to Google or look on something, and the news on the TV in the place, they're not showing anything terrible or running the the emergency broadcasting system.
Yeah.
So within a couple of minutes, you see it on Google that it was a mistake. Somebody hit the wrong button and sent the warning out. But if you watch on, I talked with him. He said I looked it up on YouTube. It was I guess it's not funny, but it's kind of funny in hindsight. There were people that were putting their kids in sewers. They were.
Did that bring back some memories of childhood? Or
No, these people were scared shitless, and they're thinking that they're going to get nuked, and they're putting their children in the sewers. And the thing is that everybody that you talk to, they did the same thing. They went home and closed the windows and closed the drapes.
That'll do it.
That's what I thought. That's going to stop a 50 megaton blast or whatever.
Let's put our heads together, man. Damn it. What do you got? Charlie, what do you got? I don't know. Draw the curtains. Okay, great idea. Let's do it.
Stop, drop, and roll or something.
A thing that I would be pissed off about, let's say, because Hawaii, right? I mean, for one, I've never been to Hawaii. I've never been on a honeymoon. So, if anybody wants to start a GoFundMe to send the Spaniard and trophy wife to a honeymoon, I'll be happy to oblige. Go ahead and send it. But I've never been to Hawaii. And if I was in Hawaii for my honeymoon and that shit hit the fan, I would have been pissed knowing, because, I'm all geared up, I'm all getting my sex on. I got Barry White. I brought the oils, the essential oils. I bought all the sex toys that you see at 2:00 in the morning, those infomercials. I would have been loaded, man. And then to hear that damn thing, I'm sure there was a lot of pissed off newlyweds that weren't too happy about that. But then again, this happened middle of the day though, didn't it?
I was like, I don't know, no, it had to be early, because I was there kind of a late. I think it was like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning out their time.
Yeah.
And
well, if some freaks do it in the morning, man.
Well, with the sun up, come on, that's crazy talk.
That's when you have blindfolds.
I just can't. Just the few seconds that I was sitting there, however many 3,000 miles away in Downers Grove, Illinois. And I'm thinking, you see that text, it's like North Korea launched a missile. And in this day and age, just to see that and to have that kick in there, you're like, oh shit, this is real. Mm-hmm. And I can't imagine because that went on out there for, it took me like 5 minutes to go on Google and to get to something that say, okay, it didn't happen. It was a mistake. Sorry, our bad.
Yeah.
But they said it took them like 40 minutes to get the word out there that somebody screwed up. Right?
Yeah.
That's that's why you got people putting their kids in sewers and drawing the drapes.
I didn't even realize. Like I said, you have family, sons that are near that area in Okinawa.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure that was probably scary for you, but you seem to be okay about you seem to recovering pretty well. Right.
They didn't say it launched a missile at Chicago, so I was okay.
I think you're good. Yeah. Talk about dropping a bomb, man. I'm really bummed about Tom Petty. Man, it's like all the greatest artists are just dropping like flies, man, just one after the other. And when Tom Petty's story came out, man, at first I thought it was a joke, but fuck, another overdose with that same shit that killed Prince and what I think the same shit that killed Michael Jackson. I mean,
that's you'll get over this someday, I hope.
Damn it, man! I mean, just too much, man. It's too much. Can't take shit no more.
Is there anybody there with them? Don't they have handlers anymore? They're like, hey, Tom, you probably don't want to take like 30
like
of
a
these.
Zoo handler?
Not like a zoo. You know what I mean. They got to have somebody.
A doctor?
Well, not even a doctor, because the doctors are the ones that are prescribing them to them. So it was because Petty had what? The same. It was the same stuff. It was
the same shit. Same shit. So yeah, I don't know. I guess he broke his hip. He had a broken hip on stage, and he still kept playing, and that's why he was on all these painkillers. And I guess he couldn't take it no more, and took one pill too many. I guess because he had a hairline fracture in his hip, and then during the autopsy, they found out it was fully broken. So talk about rock and roll, man.
Is it bad for me to laugh about an old guy breaking his hip?
I don't know, man. Hey, this is your show. You can do whatever the fuck you want, man.
I don't know. I was trying to come up with some fake song lyrics for something, but I drew a blank on that one. Sorry, Tony.
That'll be next time, man. Not to put you on the spot, man. Shit, I thought you were witty. What the fuck? Come on. Speaking of witty, man, I heard you got into a car accident. So
that was not one of my more witty moves. I zigged when I should have zagged. Just a couple weeks ago.
Wait, before you go on, real quick.
Yeah.
Was it Roadhead involved?
No.
Fuck it. Man. Never mind. All right, go ahead. Tell your boring ass story then.
If it was that, I would have had something, a little more exciting to talk about. Nah, just there was snow. What was that? That Friday before New Year's Eve, it was snowing, and I'm making a left turn, and I turned left when I shouldn't have. It looked clear. Almost missed. A woman got me right behind the passenger side tire.
You had to say it, didn't you?
It was a woman.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't her. It was my fault. I mean, shit. If you want to be technical, technically, it's my fault. Good.
Oh, wait a second. Before you say anything else, is the case closed? Has the trial? Was there a trial or anything?
Well, there's not a trial, but I did get
a subpoena, summons.
I got a
summons. Hear ye.
I got a ticket.
I
got a ticket.
Okay.
The funny thing was, she ripped the bumper completely off, right? Spun me around in the snow. That was kind of fun. And
this was after the accident, like when you were outside the car, she threw you in the snow and spun you around.
No. I could have took her. She was close to 70, so I wasn't too worried about that.
Pounds or age?
I go age, not 70 pounds. Went over
pounds, baby, pounds.
Went over to the car, open her car door. I'm like, hey, you all right? She goes, I hope you have insurance. It wasn't anything. That was the only word I shut the door, just walked away, waited for the cops to show up. And then the funny thing is that the old bag, she got a ticket for no proof of insurance. So
I thought it was going to be drug related or something.
I thought that was funny. No, then the cop, the cop comes up, he takes my license and the insurance, and he goes back to his car. He's back to his car forever. Another cop comes up and says, hey, the other guy's leaving. I got your info. Don't go anywhere.
Told you that.
Yeah, I'm like, you got my license. Where the hell? What do they have a lot of that going around? People just get in an accident and cop comes, get your license. They're right behind you and you make a break for it or what?
Was it a pretty fucking ugly picture on the driver's license? They wanted to scold you a little more? Or
no, man. I don't know. What are you talking about? I'm very photogenic.
Photogenic, hey, nice.
Yeah.
Was that the same? Was that the same day that you were staring, or you got caught staring at the female cop's bulletproof vest?
No.
Was that the same incident, or was that something else?
That was not the same incident. That was a few days later. That was a few days later with the me and my Dunkin's Donuts stories. I got to find someplace new to go, I think. I go in there. I'm standing in line, minding my own damn business as normal. there's a
Yes.
there's a woman cop there, and she's, I don't know, lady cop, woman cop, whatever you want to call her, chick. She's probably about 24 or something, and she's kind of cute, and I'm eyeballing her. And I was like, I didn't even think about it, but then apparently I was staring, because through my head I started thinking, I'm like, it's kind of hard to really look at a woman's boobs when they have a bulletproof vest on. And apparently she was picking up on that, and she shot me her tough cop look, which needed some work, and I kind of giggled and figured I'd better just get back in line here.
Wow, that is impressive. So that's a good question. That's a good segment here to lead into our first question of the day here. So, female or women, lady law enforcement. What do you like to be preferred to be called? Do you like to be called a lady cop, chick cop? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was in law enforcement a while back ago, and very rare did we have female police officers. So yeah, we didn't know what to call them. So ladies that are in law enforcement, what is the correct nomenclature of how you should be called, other than just officer? So that would be, go ahead and post a comment down, or even chime in. Let us know. But
do we know any? I'm not sure we know any lady law enforcement officers.
And anybody on Face page out there, if you're female and you're in law enforcement, go ahead and contact Ogre at Ogre6969. What's your email again?
No, don't contact me.
Don't contact them. We'll just just leave your comments. Just leave your comments on down below, and we'll go from there. So
I had enough run-ins with the law in the past. So
no more law. Yeah, the law always
law
wins.
Enforcement.
The law always wins. And speaking on that note, this segment brought to you by Kotex. Now, Chantix, you're trying to quit smoking, right?
Yes.
And is that what you're taking?
Yeah. Went on to Chantix, however the hell you say it. I was, you watch the commercials and they run that laundry list of possible side effects, and it's like suicidal thoughts. If you have thoughts of like homicidal rage, you might want to contact your doctor. Stop taking Chantix immediately. It's like, no shit. Really? I'm just going to think about murdering my family here, not have to.
So how many people have you killed so far since taking Chantix?
Nothing. Just no people, just small animals so far around the.
Oh, nice. What about
the chateau?
What about sexual side effects? Anything sexual yet? Sexual? Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about the sex life of Ogre. Sex life. Chantix.
I don't think anybody wants to hear about that.
So I guess you're good to go with Chantix, right?
Not even the women I with. Well, now that you mention it,
here's another segment. Go ahead. Ladies, if you've ever been with Ogre, go ahead and leave a comment and rate from a star category. 1 star meaning and 5 stars meaning fucking A, this guy rocked my world. Go ahead and leave the star comments below. But yeah.
No, there's haven't had any of the side effects. Thank God. Good. Yeah, I have not murdered anybody or thought about killing myself because I'm too pretty to die. So, no, thank you. There is
There's hope for you.
I have to say, it does. It makes them taste worse.
Makes them taste. Women or the cigarettes?
The cigarettes.
You got to be specific, man, because my mind is always in the gutter. So yeah.
Yeah, you're killing me with that. No, I think it's something. It's the best I've done, because I've done where I've said I'm quitting, and I quit for I get rid of 1 pack, or I'm done with a pack, and I make it a whole like 12 hours until the next morning, and then go out and buy another one, and that's been quitting for me in the past. But this has been good. I've cheated a little bit. It's been a couple weeks, but I'm getting there. I figure I'm too old and too fat,
too good looking,
smoke,
good
too,
for you, man.
Too damn good looking to keep smoking. Yeah. So I'm working on that, and we'll see where that goes. Drink a lot of water with it, so that's
good, man. Don't bullshit. That's vodka. Anyway, that brings us to our next sponsor. Vodka.
Vodka.
Breakfast. There you go. Vodka. So this brings us to our next segment of Monday Motivation with Ogre, is the lifestyle segment. So this is the part where Ogre talks about his interaction with internet hookups. We had a write-in not too long ago about how long do you stay. What was the question? This was a question that was wrote in here. How long do you stay after the internet hookup in your 40s? So we're going to talk about that here real quick. And if people are listening in who are over 40, go ahead and post a comment and let us know what you have experienced and what's the proper protocol for internet hookups. So, Ogre, take us away. Tell us your experience with internet hookups.
Hit the skids.
Hit the skids. What does that mean?
That means get lost. Get while the getting's good.
Oh, good. See, I'm out of the game, man. I'm so glad I am happy. I'm married.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll talk about that on another show.
Hey, mail order works, man. I don't give a fuck what the State Department says. Mail order brides are the way to go.
I would say, how long to stay after an internet hookup?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Tip number one, I think, or answer number one would be try very, very hard not to bring her to your house.
Now, is there any specific reasons why?
Well, because then they know where you live, to put it bluntly.
And that's a problem, I take it.
It could be a problem if you're a slob too. Try to go to her house or go to a neutral site.
A hotel, motel.
Yeah, and then
the Pioneer Inn.
Oh, geez.
Remember the Pioneer Inn?
Yes.
If you ever spent the night at the Pioneer Inn, go ahead and comment below. Pioneer Inn.
No one spent the night at the Pioneer Inn.
If you spent at least 4 hours and you heard the 4 hours is up, if you've ever had that experience, go ahead and chime in below. Comment on the box below, because you know what? Now that I think about it,
I think they have quarter-hour rates.
Yeah, I mean, I should have stock in that place as much as I spent. Sleeping there, because
short.
It's on 80-94. You got to pull over. You got to take a nap. You can't.
That's right. You get tired on that cross country hike. You're coming up to the Indiana toll road. There wears you out. But no, I would say get the hell out of there as soon as possible. Because if you're over 40, which was the question, if you're over 40. You probably got other things going on, I'm sure she does too. You want to, there's no sense. You both know what the deal is. So, what the hell?
But what if she's younger though? Or what if she's younger? I mean, you're seeing a lot of that lately with younger ladies with 40-something guys.
Oh, you are? I'm seeing that. Where's this at?
Indiana, there's a lot of it in Indiana.
I don't think I have enough. I don't make enough money to get like a 25-year-old model.
Is that the criteria?
Yeah. Come on. What are you kidding? Look at me. Man. But that would drive me nuts though. What do you talk? There's girls at work that are in their early 20s, and I talk to them because I'm supposed to be their boss, and. I don't know. I couldn't imagine spending going on a date or spending longer than 15 minutes with them, because you they talk and talk and talk, and you're like, what in the hell is she talking about? I know she's speaking English.
Well, I mean, there's your problem right there. Women like to talk.
Speak English?
Well, women like to talk. You're going to have to listen sometimes, Ogre.
That's why God invented. That's why God invented basements. I keep getting okay. Person that keeps texting me. I got it. Okay. Thank you.
What is it? Oh, you're gonna have to share.
I'm getting some tips about not to talk about the ladies at work.
Oh, ladies. Well, you didn't really say work. I mean, you just said ladies. Well, you did say ladies at work, but
ladies at my job. I didn't name names, for crying out loud.
That's good. Well, that's all right.
Which brings us to our
next topic. Which takes us to our next topic. You're a bachelor, right? You're kind of one of our renowned. technically a bachelor.
Okay, I'll go with renowned. I like that better.
Renowned, yeah, man. I mean, go with it, man. Go with it. Now we've gotten, some of our listeners are deployed from across the world, military personnel. But when they come back, they're kind of clueless as to what how to set up their bachelor pad. So you, being a renowned bachelor, Ogre, any tips on decor for the bachelor pad? I mean, looking behind you, it looks pretty. You look like you read. You definitely are in athletics. You got some movies up there. I mean,
those are
trophies.
Those are the kids' trophies. I just took them.
Nobody had to know that, man. Nobody had to know that.
I'm a truthful guy. Yeah, there's a tip. Be truthful.
Truth.
Some decorating tips for bachelors. What you want to do is you want to get an "I love me" wall. So you got one wall in your house. I'm looking at mine right now. That's got all your stuff on it, all your plaques and all your crapola and your old team sports, and hang all that up there. You also want to get a lot of old beer advertising. You want to have a lot of shit up on the wall that says okay, here's sports, here's beer. A man only lives here.
There we go.
Because if you bring a young lady home, either mail order or whatever, or a 40-year-old off the internet, and she sees pictures hanging on the wall in actual picture frames, and shit, I forgot. I can't even think of what the stuff things in order, and like pillows on the couch and actual curtains that match. Her first thought is going to be, this guy's married or got a girlfriend or lives with his mother.
Yeah.
So you want to have a good mishmash of accoutrement.
Now, would it help? Would it help to like buy like a bow and arrow and just hang it up there and say you're a bow hunter, just to give you that manly thing,
You don't want to go too overboard with it. I get like a set of skis and put them in have them up in a corner, whether you never skied a day in your life or not. Yeah, that's from the time we were, in Aspen or some bullshit.
That's beautiful.
I'm not sure if you really need to go that far, but
well, you never know.
And if you got the money for that, I mean, you can get the money. Really? Get one of those 25-year-olds I was talking about.
My mail order. I'll include a link on the mail order. Speaking of mail order, wanted to do a quick shout out to Steve Nardi out in the Bronx. He's watching Monday Motivation with the Ogre here on BlackSheep Bravo. So hey, Steve, we're just thank you for listening and joining us. Hope everything's doing good out there in the Bronx. Next, we're talking about Netflix. Netflix has been pretty popular here these past few years. And, you seem to be a well-rounded guy. So what's the good thing to be catching on Netflix right about now? What's trending on Netflix?
Shit, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I thought you're the guy.
No, my thing.
Besides Stranger Things.
That's what I was going to say. But my thing with Netflix is I'm always like 4 years behind. I'm running around the office a couple months ago looking for somebody to talk about Mad Men with. They're like, really? You never watched it?
I could talk to you about Mad Men. Let me tell you.
I'm always like a decade behind the curve on the It show. I don't know what it is, but this Stranger Things, I got on that at the beginning of season 2. So that's like a win for me. There was that Will Smith?
Yes, that Blink or Blight or Bright.
Bright, yeah.
Bright. That was pretty good.
With the orcs and the elves and shit.
Were they orcs or ogres? I didn't know what they were.
No, they were orcs. There's a difference. Ogres are bigger and dumber.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
But I didn't like about that one is that they didn't really go more into the backstory as far as like how all this happened.
Hey, you got a
There's another
spin-off
one.
show right away off of BlackSheep Bravo. You never know what other spin-offs this show is going to
Well,
get. You're going to have a
I think
backstory. And
I think that would be a little tougher. All I did was call you up and say, "Hey, Tony, how about we do a show with you and me?" Okay.
hey, I'm easy, man. I'm easy. It's fun, man. Anybody can do it, right? Speaking about anybody can do it. Now, this is going to piss some people off because I know there's a lot of fans out there, but height and weight has been the topic lately in the news. And 6'3", 235 was the stats of our current commander in chief. Any thoughts on the subject?
Impossible.
Now 6'3" and 230. I mean, you've seen me. I'm about 5'5", 2 something. I would love to be 5'8". I always tell people I'm 5'9", 5'10", and I could squeeze it depending what kind of shoes I wear. But fuck, come on.
I'm
6'3".
I'm 6 foot 260, 265, depending on the
No
day.
kidding. 260. You're a solid 260. Keep it in your chest.
I got a kneecap that's solid. I think that's about it. But
Yeah.
at one point,
gallstone that's solid.
At one point, I was got some kidney stones. At one point, I was upwards of 290. And I look at the pictures of Trump from golfing.
Yeah.
And just the waist, and I'm like, that's a picture of me from 6-7 years ago when I was close to 300 pounds. And they say he's 6'3", and they said that Obama, the same doctor, had Obama at 6'1", and you could go on Google.
Oh yeah.
From the inauguration when they're standing right next to each other, they're the same damn height.
Yeah, I know. I know.
He didn't want.
That's all photoshopped, man. That's fake.
His legs were cut off on the Photoshop. It's brilliant. I don't know. I don't get it. What they call it? People are calling it. It's the girther movement. I thought that was pretty funny.
Girther. Well, see, kind of not to go off topic. I'm just very curious. Me and the trophy wife have these discussions every once in a while, and the one thing that I can't seem to grasp now. Maybe somebody could help me out here. I consider it an independent. I'm middle of the road. I'm not. I don't like to talk politics, but I just had a question for those who are. Who really support Trump. And again, that's nothing, I'm not calling anybody out, but I was just curious. You're from Illinois, and you have Tammy Duckworth, who is one of your representatives. She's a senator, I believe. Right?
Senator, yep.
Yeah. And she had, I happened to catch her speech the other day about calling out the president. Now, I didn't realize this, the president was allegedly a draft dodger.
Cadet bone spurs. He had bone spurs and was declared medically ineligible for the draft.
I see. So now my question is, and like I said, I'm not trying to be silly or funny.
His dad's millions and millions of dollars had nothing to do with that, I'm sure.
Okay. So, well, here's the question. I'm going to lay this out here because I really want to understand. And we're a veteran show. We cater to veterans and their families and what have you. But my question is for the Trump supporters who are veterans. One of the things that I would hear all the time was about draft dodgers. How they were, especially Vietnam veterans, could not stand draft dodgers. But yet I see more than average Trump supporters who are Vietnam veterans and veterans. So my question is, where was the line drawn in regards to supporting somebody who was never in the military? And, so that's all I wanted to know. Because that Tammy Duckworth speech kind of moved me because that was spot on. So like I said,
it goes back to what I said at the start of the show when you asked about the government shutdown. I don't think it matters anymore. People have it in their head that Trump was the guy and Hillary's a bitch and I'm not voting for that woman. She's terrible. She's a criminal. I'm voting for Trump. Trump's a businessman. He'll do great. He'll do wonderful. And then stuff like this comes up and it's just, it doesn't matter to him because no one wants to say, okay, I voted for the guy. I was wrong. No one's going to say that anymore. So you ask him that.
What's wrong? But what's wrong with saying that though? What's wrong with saying, yeah, I did. I voted for him.
I don't know. I make enough
I wouldn't blame
mistakes.
him.
I say I'm wrong all the time. I'm wrong plenty of times. I'll admit it.
You should get that on a T-shirt.
It goes back. I'm wrong plenty of times. Up yours. The thing with Clinton and cheating, and then here comes what's her name there's Stormy Weathers or whatever, the porn star with Trump. He's cheated on his wife. He paid her hundreds of thousands of dollars in hush money. And I'm watching the Sunday shows. They got these preachers on there, evangelicals. You're like, okay, well, this has got to be bad in their eyes, right? They hated Clinton for this, and they're like, oh no, it's okay because he repented and said he was sorry, and that's between him and the Lord, and so everything's fine. It's like, wait, what? When the hell did that happen? The best part of that story is he had her. Guy's a billionaire. I guess it'd be cool. And he has a porn star spank him with a rolled up Forbes where he's on the cover.
Hey man, that's how I would do it. I mean, hey, if my picture's on the cover of something, I would like to use it as much as possible. Get as much use out of that thing. Hey, speaking of which, we're gonna say hi to Chris out of Fort Bragg. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining us, man. Hey, hope Fort Bragg is treating you well. And also, we got a brother, Steve's brother, Massimo, out from the. I don't know if he's from the Bronx as well. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate you guys. Speaking of the old with the new, you said you have a dog that your dog's getting kind of old. What's the story with your dog?
No, she's not getting. She is. She
is.
Yeah, she's old. Don't want it. She's right next to me. So.
Oh, okay. We'll keep it hush.
We don't want to keep it. It's just she's 14.
She likes peanut butter. Oh.
We don't need to go into that. I got to the point the other couple months ago. I was like, screw it. I'm like, why am I worried about her like giving her table scraps and like. Here, fuck. You want some chocolate cake? Go ahead. Here, eat up, dog. You want these chicken bones? Chicken bones? No problem. Have at them. You're 14. Live it up. What are you gonna do? I got them Colsequin to get her up the steps to get her out to take a shit. She's just I don't know. Just gray face. Am I on Colsequin? No,
I don't.
Are you
on Colsequin?
No, not yet.
You got a pretty nice fur up there on top, man. You got some nice hair.
I do. Yeah. Well,
looks good. What do you put in that shit?
Lava.
Lava. Huh?
Not lava. Not the bar soap.
Oh, I see. Oh, lava. Yeah, that's for like with pumice.
Yes.
Damn. No wonder why your hair is so damn shiny. That pumice really does the trick, man. It almost looks like velvet.
Well, thanks.
That's beautiful, man. That's nice.
No
wonder why the 25-year-olds at work are hounding your door.
They're not really hounding my door. They're just sort of there. They kind of roll their eyes and sigh when I say, "Hey, you, 25-year-old, come here."
Yeah, don't talk about them. You don't want to get that beep again.
Oh, I don't want to get. Yeah, that's right. I've upset the one of our seven
locals.
Viewers. Hey, is a guy that sells Coke? Is he on there?
Yeah, that's Steve. Yeah, you got a question
for Steve. That's Steve. No, I don't have a question for Steve. Just making sure our Coke salesman is still.
Yeah, and we're talking Coca-Cola.
He's a loyal viewer.
Loyal, yeah, no shit, right? He's loyal.
Yes.
Speaking of loyal, because we're going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. Now, is it safe to talk about your neighbors?
I don't know. They might be able to hear me.
Can you smell them? How about that?
You could smell them every time you walk in the door of the building.
No shit.
It's like a fucking Bob Marley concert in this building.
No shit. I wonder why you're always smiling.
Every time you walk in, morning, noon, and night, it's going. I get my 14-year-old daughter. We walked in here one day, and she turns and she looks at me. She goes, "It smells like there's a skunk in here." It's like, well, kinda. We'll talk about that.
Breakdown of all the different strains here.
We'll talk about that in a couple of years. Just go in the house.
Well, and you got your sativa, and then on this side you got your indica, and go from there.
It makes them together. I try to be nice to them. How
old are they?
Hi, how you
younger, older?
doing? They're younger than me. I don't know. They're in their 20s.
Literally,
It,
hi,
it's a
how you
couple,
doing?
and they got the friends. Wait a minute, can I get friends
Yeah.
that tend to are in and out of the apartment all the time, and I've
Uh,
had some people say to me, they're like, "Why don't you complain to management?" I'm like, "Why? What am I going to do? Upset the Michoacan cartel? That's all I need. I mean,
oh, so they're from the Tan Clan.
uh, no, I just threw that out there because it
Oh,
sounded funny.
I see. Oh, gotcha. Hey, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I don't see any reason. And what are you going to do? Alert the authorities because people across the hallway are getting stoned? I mean, as long as there hasn't been any
Shootings.
gunplay or any argument. Well,
Yeah.
no, that's it. I mean, they're not bringing in
No
like
dead bodies in the parking lot or anything.
not yet.
Decapitated heads in the fucking pool or anything.
No, there are a lot of those. What are those? These kids today, and they're I don't know if they still call them blunts or whatever. They got those
Blunts.
cigar wrappers are all over the parking lot. The casing from it, the plastic
And,
wrap, and the
and this is in
cardboard box.
your neighborhood.
That's right in the parking lot. I'm pointing out the window
Uh-huh.
like you know where
I
you're
see.
looking at.
I
Eh,
see.
what's
That's
wrong
nice
with
though.
what's wrong with just rolling a joint? Nobody just buys papers anymore.
Why do you got to litter? Just clean up after yourself, man. Get high
Well,
and
there's
don't litter. Hug
probably a
yours,
good
don't
idea
squeeze it.
too.
For fuck's sake, you know. Fucking global warming. That's it. All begins there. It all begins with the rappers. Well,
No,
all right.
they're
Well,
yeah, they're okay. Just stinky.
thinking. Have you invited them over for dinner yet? Or have they invited you over for dinner?
No,
Sounds like an invitation waiting to
I
happen.
might have to order. They need all my frozen pizzas. All my Pop Tarts will be gone.
I got some recipes of what do you call that shit? Quinoa. I got some excellent quinoa recipes that I got a book for Christmas 3 years ago that I haven't fucking opened. So I got some recipes I could send your way for quinoa.
well, thanks. I'll have to cook up a big batch and come on over.
Yeah, and that's another topic. If anybody knows what quinoa is, can you explain it to me? Because I have no idea what the fuck quinoa is or how to eat it. Do you play with it? I don't know what it is, but if you could share that with us, put that down. So what do you think, man? This was your first show. What do you think? Comments, concerns? How did I do? How did you do?
Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, okay.
I'm talking to you, man. This is your show, man.
I think you did great rolling things along.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean,
yes,
yeah,
you are.
You got
it.
I don't think people realize the work you put behind this, because I could show them my wall of the or the notes.
We don't need
all the notes that Ogre sent me, man. He's professional.
We don't need to break the fourth wall. We could just leave it like that. The idea behind this is what I wanted to do is hopefully have people out there that can send in tips or requests to Tony and me, not like shower more or lose weight, ha ha ha, but like the stuff that you want to hear us go on about, what you want to hear us blab about, what you want to hear us either rant on or bitch about, whatever. You got a quick topic, hey, talk more sports, hey, talk more about politics, hey, don't talk politics, talk about movies, anything. Well, the idea I told Spaniard was I'd kind of like this to look like or to sound like a Sunday paper. You got your national news, your sports, your lifestyles, your entertainment section, blah blah blah. So that's there you go.
It's nice, man. I like it. I'd tune in. I'll tune in. And then what's the frequency, man? What are we talking? Every other week, once a month?
Right now, I was thinking every other week.
Every other
okay
week.
with
All right,
you?
I'm down with that. So I'm gonna put
if your schedule is clear.
Yes, as long as it doesn't interfere with my privacy, that'll be nice. And then next week we're gonna try the next time we have to try different accents or something. Try different. Try to work with that. But anyway, well, we're coming towards the end, and like Ogre said, go ahead and send us your comments and let us know. Like I said, we're a work in progress. We're just starting out here. This is the first show that we're actually premiering on BlackSheep Bravo. We got a couple more coming out. So the next show will be February 2nd. That will be the roundtable show where all of the co-hosts get together in the roundtable and we discuss the current events for the past month. And this coming up show, we're going to be introducing our new host, Charlie. Charlie's a special breed. This person will definitely shine some new perspective on the show. So make sure you tune in on that. That's February 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Yeah, 6 Central, just to make sure.
Hey,
I'll be posting it again.
Pretty good.
I know, man, for being hit in the head so many fucking times. I got a pretty good memory. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Black Sheep Bravo crew, thank you. Ogre, go ahead and send us out, will you?
Bye. See you next time. I got to work. He told me to work on a catchphrase, but no, not catch. What'd you call it?
A tagline.
A tagline.
Yeah,
my
like
tagline.
Ogre,
yes.
keeping you up at night or something like that. I don't know.
Peace, love, dope. I don't know.
Peace, love, and dope. There you go. That'll work. All right, ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining us. Catch us in a couple of weeks on Monday Motivation with the Ogre. So Spaniard out, Ogre. Thanks again. Have a great night.